Hi, Dave Herb here, your Washington, D.C. tourist guide. About 2 weeks ago on June 6th, I got to go up to the World War II weekend at the Reading Regional Airport, hosted by the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum, with my knowledgeable brother-in-law, Erik Smith. He's incredible. I've pasted together some of the videos from that weekend. I hope you enjoy.
So here's something interesting. These two Japanese replica planes behind me were actually built for the movie Tora Tora Tora.
Really? Wow.
These are built up from Vultee BT-13 vibrator frames, and then they added the extra sheet metal and the canopies to make them closely resemble a Val and a Kate Japanese dive bomber. But that they still fly all these years later. There's actually a Tora Tora squadron that they go around the country with these different air shows, and they have a bit of a pyrotechnics ground display as if they're dropping bombs.
I see the bomb on the bottom of that one.
But
and they're all flown here. They're not hauled here on trucks. They're all flown here.
Wow. Correct.
Thanks.
So this is a Douglas C-54 Skymaster. It was used during the Berlin airlift when the Soviets had the one corridor of Berlin essentially closed off.
Right.
And we were bringing
it says
in
Berlin
supplies.
airlift on the tail too. Yeah, I see that. Oh, cool.
So this is the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum's B-25 Mitchell medium bomber. This bomber became famous. It was used during the Doolittle raid on Tokyo.
Really?
Not this specific aircraft,
Yeah, but
the same type of aircraft.
Well, that has a lot long range then.
So briefing time is very correct and authentic B-25 inside and out, and it's always great to see it.
I like that gunner and the machine gun coming out of the nose there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So this is a very interesting aircraft here at the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum. This is their Northrop P-61 Black Widow. This is one of 4 Black Widows that still exist on the planet.
Wow.
One is in Beijing, China. One is at the United States Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. One is at the Udvar Hazy facility, Smithsonian facility in Chantilly, Virginia. And then this one in Reading. They rescued this aircraft off of Mount Cyclops in Burma. It was very remote, very difficult to get to. When they finally did reach the wreckage, it still had ammo in the guns, coffee in the thermoses, and it was very difficult just to get it off of the mountain, not to mention get it off of the docks. Once the Burmese government realized how valuable the aircraft was, they wanted more money before it was allowed onto the cargo ship. So
what's that radar? Why do they have a radar dish there?
So this is our first purpose-built night fighter, and behind that fiberglass nose was a very early radar dish.
Oh wow!
The first step in the canopy was the pilot position. Second location, I believe, was the top gunner position, who used kind of a remote sighting method. And then around the back, that we'll see in a minute, was the radar operator station. And that's how they could vector at nighttime where the enemy aircraft were located.
Wow, fascinating.
It was very much ahead of its time. This aircraft is roughly the size of a B-25.
Like tip of the spear technology. Wow.
I like what you did there.
Thanks.
But
So Erik, you were telling me my cousin George and Mary Lee and Robert, their dads served in one of these as the radar operator, right? During
Yes.
World War II.
He would have sat in this rear position where the
RB.
oscilloscope radar scope would have been located.
All those years I'd be in Spartanburg, I never knew that about the man. Wow.
But for such a large aircraft, these P-61s had a roll rate like a fighter.
Wow.
It's a really impressive aircraft. We're lucky to see one here today.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to point out this aircraft. These used to be very much available for the private sector after World War II. A lot of them were converted to crop sprayers. But if you recall, we showed you those Japanese replica aircraft. This is the type of plane that they were built up from. This is a Vultee BT-13.
Wow.
You can kind of see the same lines.
Yeah. Thanks.
Gotcha.
Eric, this one looks like the folded wings. I'm guessing this might have been on a carrier?
Yes, this is a Douglas AD-4W. It is not a W. It is strictly an AD-4. Sky Raider. This is an exceptional aircraft, designed and first flown at the very end of World War II, and they were in great strength for Korea and then also used in Vietnam. Very powerful aircraft, had amazing loiter time over the target. They could just orbit the
It's not a
combat
fighter,
area.
it's a bomber, but it doesn't have that B or a F or a P.
Well, it's a Navy designation.
I got you.
AD. I mean, I guess you would consider it a fighter bomber.
Oh, fighter.
They had so many different roles. They made these in so many different configurations. Some of them were even had room within the fuselage to carry troops on little bench seats. Some were used
Wow.
as ambulances, and it has a very powerful radial engine.
What's taking off over there?
So that's a B-25 Mitchell recovering. There's 3 of those here today.
With the number 5 on it. That's a
Oh
B-25.
no, that is a Douglas SBD Dauntless. That was one of our early dive bombers from World War II. I don't know if you can see the perforations on the wings. Those are the,
Yeah, I can see them. Hopefully the
dive
camera's
brakes
getting them.
that they
Oh,
put
wow,
over.
the dive brakes.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of technical things, you were telling me about the radial engine and this the 84. Let's take a look at that. I found that impressive. We'll do a little dance here. I'll get it. I'm going real quick. Just want to see the pilot in the cockpit there. That's so awesome. But you were telling me about the engine in this.
So you can see this is a pretty good idea of what a radial engine looks like. You can see the central crankcase and how the pistons are arranged around it in a
Yeah.
radial fashion.
Interesting. Thank you.